I'm doing this for you.
Illustrations by me.
So I know you mini palette freaks. You always like the tiniest thing you could get your hands on. So you have to go to the king of that mountain if you're really gonna go there. You have to go all in, just dive headfirst into the deep end, hopefully. Don't ever deep dive into the shallow end. That's not what you do. So, Tobios contacted me. At first I thought it was Tobias, because it's a cat name, and I think Tobias is a cat name, but it says Tobios. It's an O at the end. But anyway, it's named after that cat. Do you know why I'm on board with this brand? Right on the back, it says, Tobios is all about playful, pressure-free creativity, no rules. That's my jam right there. No perfection required, just color, paper, and a quiet moment for yourself. That is what I can get behind. When a company goes there, we're with them. So I'm going to show you this set. This is the miniest travel set you've ever seen in your life. You do get, they send you watercolor paints, but let me tell you something. In this tiny, ridiculously small, look how small. That is the tiniest palette I've ever seen in my life. But do you see how there's like holes in the, I mean, that's as full. I filled these up twice and they shrunk back that much. These are hollow. It's almost like I just coated the inside of the thing. But let's be honest, when you're buying a set like this, you're not buying it for the paints. The paints are going to be the least of your concern. You're going to put your own paints in this thing, and don't worry, you'll be able to fill these things up about 487 times from a tube of paint. Look how tiny each little well is. There's 8 wells there, and there's magnets that hold it together, so you can do that. You can do that. You can close it. If you want to close it like that, it's just fine. Why is there the little gap in the top, you think? It's for this clip here, so you can clip it to your ultra mini sketchbook that you also get. Oh, what is that? Oh, there's pictures in there. There's line drawings in the book. Like every other page is a line drawing. Oh my goodness. Hey, look. That's the one we just did. Can you see it? Is it focusing? Can you see the line drawing? The little hummingbird with the flower? There's every other page, they have a line drawing already in there. So if you don't know what to paint or you're just looking to do something, it's like a coloring book every other page. And then the other pages, you can put whatever you want on it. Maybe we'll do a couple of those. Maybe we'll do a couple of those drawings, those paintings in there. And then maybe I'll put my own ink lines on that. Or maybe I'll show you how to do an abstract using their lines. Maybe we'll do that. I think that's very interesting that they do that. I don't think they're not trying to be, oh, they have an owl. They have an owl. That's amazing. I love that picture. Oh, we're going to paint that. I have to save that. We're going to paint that picture. Anyway, this is the tiny little thing here. And they're not pretending to be the most professional. These are going to be light, fast. No. All they're saying is, here, have some fun with this. And let's see if you can. There's also a water brush in here that they send for you. I will try it. It's the same water brush I keep using on these sets. It's righty-loosey, lefty-tighty. So it's the same little mini one that comes with all the sets. This is the unique thing here. And then you have this wristband, which is where you dab off your watercolor brush. And it's thick. Oh, but it's tiny. These people have small wrists. I'm going to lose the hand. It's okay. Don't worry about it. You can paint and then you can dab off on the thing. I'll try and use it, but oh, wow, that's tight. I'm going to have like Ring Around the Rosie all over my arm. Anyway, let's try and, I'm going to take one of the blank pages and even show you what the colors of the paint look like. But hold on, because Sunny Character got in touch with me a long time ago when we were talking about core paints. She loves core paints. I love core paints. And so she said, oh, you have to check out this, and knew I was looking for a green. We both love the olive green from Core. I love that color. I think it's one of the best colors, best greens in that whole series, that whole line. And she said, yeah, but you got to try the Bohemian Rare Green Earth or something like, it's called something like that. So I have what is it called? Bohemian Green Earth. That's no rare, nothing. Bohemian Green Earth. I have a pan of it. We're gonna test that out in here too. I've got to add it because I've been dying to see what this looks like, but I'm not using it until you see me put it on paper. So I will do that in this video. I'm gonna test this. I have to try that. Anyway, let's get into doing something. I don't know what we're doing. I have got to turn this air back on. I will tell you, I still don't have air in this house. It was like 105 degrees in this room the other day. We had a heat wave for like 3 days straight. It was terrible. I have a couple of portable air conditioners, but they are downstairs. I have one that I brought up here just to record the video. I have to try and blow it on me in between takes so that I don't start melting in my seat. It's okay. We're gonna be all right. I'm gonna be okay, but I'm gonna have to do the same thing. I'm going to do the painting, and then I'll talk to you separately so I can at least cool myself while I'm painting. All right, let's get into that. Okay, so I started out here and I did the swatching first. I went to start to do the swatching on the one page, and then I said, you know what? These are just so shrunken in. Let me put some fresh paint down. So I did take a ceramic palette that I had and just put all the colors on it because there's only 8 pans, or 8 available slots, not pans, 8 available slots in there. But there's 12 paints. And I wanted to take those paints and put them on a little ceramic palette and just put them in the book so that they're there. And I did that. That's exactly what I did. I put them in the book. And then I also tested that Bohemian Green, and then I compared it to the olive green, which is the one that I also have on the palette, and they are just beautiful. I'm gonna have to move something off that palette to put the Bohemian Green on there. She was 100% right. That is a beautiful color, and I absolutely love it. I think I'm gonna take the indigo off because I do have a Payne's Gray, which is another dark blue, kind of. It does works as a dark blue. So I'm gonna take that probably off and add the other green. I know it seems like they're pretty close, but I don't care. I just absolutely love that color. I think it's a beautiful color. So I'm going to add it to it. So then I got into some painting. Now I didn't use um, I used the small water brush that they gave me for the swatching. I didn't use it for the painting because it's like I always say, you have to get used to the water brush that you're using. Everyone's a little different. And these little, I'm not used to them yet. I have to keep using them. So I grabbed a different one that also had a little bit of a finer point so I could put a little bit more detail in. So that's what I did. I grabbed some, it was just small, it was a tiny one, it was a Pentel tiny one. I used that for the paintings. And then I did 3 paintings. I did um, orange slices, which are kind of like a blood orange, and I put some ink embellishments in it. Then I did a butterfly and just made it look like an abstract butterfly. And then I did, in the very end, I did an apple, and I painted the apple just fine, just the way it is. But then I added other things all around it, some color all around it, just to do 3 different types of paintings, just so you could see it. Now, one thing I do have to say about the paints, they have that little foil top, so you have to pop them with the cap, and it's messy. I always get that on my hands because you pop it with the top, and then you turn it around, and the thing is so small it falls in your fingers, and you get paint all over your fingers, and it happened again. It always happens. Those kinds of paints. It's fine. It doesn't really bother me. It doesn't matter, but it happens, and it's one of those things. Also, I usually use for the pen, for the ink, I usually use the Unipin brush pen. It's one of my favorite things to use. However, for whatever reason, it has become very scarce, and they don't sell it in the sets anymore. I got it in a set of Unipin pens, Unipin fine liners, and then that brush was a part of it. But for whatever, and I have a couple of them, but for whatever reason, now they sell them separate. They don't sell them in that set anymore. People want to know about it. What I used instead is a great alternative, and it's on par with it because it's actually better than it. And that's the Tombow Furunosuke, I think that's how you say that word. I don't know. That pen. The reason that it's better is because it has two variants. It has a harder felt tip that's a brush tip, then it has a softer one. So if you want mostly uniform lines, but you want some embellishment, just a little bit, you use the harder one. If you want to make a lot of changes, a lot of line variation, that kind of thing, you'd use the softer one. And that one, just the tip bends a little bit more. That's all. It's basically the same pen, just one has a stiffer tip than the other, but they're both brush tips. They will both make the same exact line. It's just depending on what kind of pressure you want to put on it. So, and those are amazing. I've used them for years and years. I absolutely love them. You can buy them like 3 and 3, like 3 of the hard tip, 3 of the soft tip. You can buy them just as a hard tip or a soft tip. You can buy them with a soft tip, a hard tip, and then another one that has a soft tip with a gray tip at the bottom. You can you can just buy 3 of the regular one, whatever one you want. They give a lot of options. They're very easy to use and they're very inexpensive, or at least they used to be. I have to check prices recently. I don't know 100% yet, but they're good. I love them. I use them all the time. Matter of fact, downstairs where I do some other stuff, where I do my regular couch painting, my Plen couch painting. Um, I have them down there, and I use them all the time. I absolutely love them. I have them in a travel kit as well when I take them to work. I have a little kit that I just take to work, just a packet of pens with a Stillman and Byrne gray book, and that's what I use them. So they're good, I promise you. Now, get back to this. The book I think this is a pulp paper book. I'm almost 100% certain. It doesn't have a ton of texture, so if you want to use colored pencil, if you want to go in here with water soluble pencil, when you use a regular cold press watercolor book with a lot of texture, and then you try and use a water soluble pencil on it, it skips a lot. There's a lot of texture that pops out. But this, I don't think would pop out as much. It's a lot less. It's more like a hot press, but it doesn't give the harder edges like that. Although it does a little bit. You know what? It's a pulp paper, so the pulp paper tends to give a little bit harder edges, but it doesn't. It's not difficult to draw on. It's not difficult to use. Not difficult to paint on. There's nothing wrong. It's fine. It works just fine. So for what it's going to do, you just taking it with you, coloring in some pictures, doing some changes to them, embellishing them, whatever you're doing, it's fine. It's absolutely wonderful. And then the next sheet, you can do a variation of the one you did before. You can do something completely different, something unique, doodle a little bit, whatever you want to do. I think this is they hit a home run with this. I know the little palette, it's full of paint. I better not tilt it. The little palette, that's supposed to be the star of the show here. But I will tell you, I think the star of the show is this little sketchbook. The little workbook that comes with it, with the line drawings in it on the watercolor paper. I know it's pulp paper. Don't worry about it. You're sketching in it. And I think I think that's a great idea. They did a great job of that. And so many they're not just regular pictures, they're everything you could think of. There's landscapes and florals and animals, and there's just all fruit, and there's just everything you can think of. Pineapples, and I didn't do the owl. I didn't do the owl one because I forgot about it. I was going through them and I was like, oh, just do the next one, do this one over here, flip through a couple more, do it. And I didn't do the owl. That's okay. Don't worry, I'll do the owl at some point. But I think they did a good job with this is worth the money right here. Just this book. I think it's a good book to take with you. If you have 5 minutes to doodle, this is your lunchtime. If you go to work and you're going to do something, or if you go to the doctor's office, you know what I mean. Anywhere you go where you're going to sit for a couple minutes, this is something stick in your pocket. I think they were going for like the greaser look. Can I do that? Can I put this? I think I can do. You can become that's what they did. You can become you can become a greaser with these sketchbook, and you put well, I can't do much with the paint thing because it's still wet, but you put it behind your ears. It's not a big deal. Anyway, you clip it behind your ear with a clip. You're fine. You walk around all day. People think you're smoking or something, but it doesn't matter. You can do that. It's fine. That's what they were going for, the 50s. That's a 50s sketchbook. But anyway, I enjoy it. I think it's wonderful, and I had fun. I had a great time, just like these people popping up on the screen here. We always have a great time. We talk about things. You have no idea. I miss half of our appointments because I set the Patreon stuff to go up at 7:30 on a Saturday, and there's always a Sunday, Saturday, and I'm always doing something. I'm always in the middle of eating or fixing something or doing something around the house or trying to stay cool, and I miss our appointment most of the time. But I try to catch them. If my phone reminds me, I catch them, and sometimes I do, and I talk to them, and we have fun, and so do we. So thumb up the video if you're going to check out the Tobios set. This kit is a good kit to play around with, and that's all it's trying to be. It does exactly what it's trying to do. And this thing, eventually this will turn into a colorful mess, and it's a wonderful colorful mess. You always tell me you want me to take you want the paper that I wipe all the paint off on, and that's a masterpiece. But so you'll have one and you can wear it as an accessory. And when you get this side too wet, you flip it over, you fill this side up. You just keep doing. Yes, I didn't have it on me for that because I want to put on the screen, and I couldn't leave my arm just sitting on the screen because I'm moving around. So, but I left it on the screen to show you you can use it just fine. It works just fine. It absorbs the paint, absorbs the water, and it's wonderful. So don't put the paint on there and then like, oh, go like that because it's hot out, and then you have paint across your whole face. Maybe that's what it's for. Maybe you're supposed to do that. I don't know, but maybe that's what they were going for. It could be. Never know. All right, let's see. I screwed up a little bit. We had some fun. I always have some fun. We always have fun. Don't worry about it. We're doing fine. So I put them out on a ceramic plate, ceramic pan, a ceramic palette. So I took them and I said, there's only 8 slots there. So, when you have very rough watercolor paper and you try to use a water-soluble paper, you can't, water-soluble paper. I know this is supposed to be the start of oh crap, it's still wet. Anyway, let me redo this. So the first painting, I did a little bit of ink blemishments and I put the, that's not the right word, embellishments. Blemishments. What is a blemishment? I'm a blemishment. Okay. And the last one I did the apple, and I just drew it like an apple. Is that an apple? When I saw it, it looked like an apple. You tell me when you see the painting. Maybe it was supposed to be a peach? No. Maybe it was supposed to be a peach. I drew an apple. Don't worry about it. I didn't open this one yet. Let me pop the top here. Oh, I just dropped the top. It's so tiny. It's all over my desk. And my hands now. Thank you. I didn't notice there's a T on the back. Damn it. It's still wet. It's wet. It's wet, Pete. You just put wet paint in there. You tilted it. I'll be back. Oh, there's an instruction manual. That's what that paperwork is. In a lot of different languages. Oh, how to use. Okay, the how to use is there. What is this one? Utilization. That's a different language. Utilization and what's that one? Got milk? No, it doesn't say that. Gebricht. Gebricht. I'm not doing other languages today. Pour the vistage. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's probably French. No, it's not French, is it? Aquarelle. Oh no, it might be. Okay. I'm not. Don't yell at me, you Frenchies. Always correcting my French. I know I can't say it. I'm sorry. You have to give me a little bit of leeway. If you'd like to join our community, head over to illustrationsbypete.com. You can just check some things out. You go through the site however you want and sign up for the newsletter that I almost never send out because I don't want to annoy the crap out of you more than I already do with my nonsense in these videos. But I'd love to hear from you, so come on over. All right.